Hi guys, again. So this second video is what I originally had planned for March. So consider this March, and then in a few weeks you'll see my April video. I guess about 3 weeks I'll come back, space it out a bit. So this video is going to be some tips for not going crazy staying in the house all day. I got this idea, my mom made a joke when I was at the hospital for my pre-op appointment. They asked me about 27 times about leaving the country, and my mom laughs and goes, she never leaves the house. She could give you tips on quarantine. And then I stopped and thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I actually could. I do stay in the house a lot. Somewhat by choice. A little bit different than other people, but nonetheless. So here's the video. So I'm looking at notes here, I apologize. I can't help you. Yes, I'm an ECE, but I'm not a parent. I have zero experience being a parent. I can't help you if you're stuck with children all day. I got nothing. And I can't help people if you're having a hard time adjusting, like you've been at work all day, every day for years and years, and you're having a hard time adjusting. Again, I can't help you with that. I will say I feel like other people are getting to experience a little bit at least of what it's like to live with anxiety. You're getting to see how hard it is to have your routine change and how hard it is when everything feels uncertain. You're getting to experience what I've been experiencing for 31 years. I just had a birthday. I'm 31 now. Um, I had a virtual birthday party on my phone chat. That was interesting. So sorry, I'm rambling. So yeah, I can't help you with that because I've always been sort of a homebody. I guess you could, well, maybe, is that the right word? Because I don't mind traveling. I like the novelty, but I also really don't mind being at home. I'm not the kind of person who always has to be on the go, who always has to be doing something. I try to imagine my grandfather, if he was alive for this. Well, you have to take his battery out of his scooter to keep him in his apartment. Um, but I'm not like that. So again, I can't help you. You know, if you have an urge, you really want to get out of the house. I've never really been like that, and now it's even less so because now it's such a big effort with chronic fatigue syndrome. Now even going to the grocery store is a big production, so the urge isn't there. So a lot of areas, unfortunately, I can't help. But I'll give you the tips I can. So I would say the absolute biggest thing people need to be doing is have a routine. I'm not saying schedule every little detail, even just the biggest things would be sleeping and eating. Going to sleep and waking up at the same time. I don't care if you're sleeping from 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. as long as you're doing that every day. That's the healthiest thing, is to be sleeping at the same time. It's even more important than when you sleep. Eating, taking medication, try and do those few big things on around the same time. Be consistent. It feels better psychologically. Um, and then if you want to schedule more detail, this is up to you. I suggest it instead of staring at my phone or sorry, staring at your phone or the wall and saying I'm bored. There's nothing to do. Schedule in a few little things. So my day roughly, I get up at like 11. Pretty much the afternoon, I'm sitting. I read a book. Evening, we have dinner. We usually watch the evening news. And then I come downstairs. My bedroom's in a basement, if you can't tell by that window. So outside that door is a TV room. That's sort of my area. So I'll usually watch TV out there. And then later on, I'll come in here and sometimes I'll read a book or play on my computer. Depending how late I've come in, sometimes I'll go right to sleep. But that's the rough schedule of my day, and that's about as detailed as it is. Sometimes on individual days, particularly if my anxiety is high, and this could be useful for people as well, I will plan it in more detail. I will go, okay, this book is due back to the library soon. I should read at least 30 pages today. Or I'm falling really behind on this TV show. I'm going to watch 2 episodes today. But see, the planning, it's still fun things, but it just makes it feel like you're doing something. It makes it feel like time is passing and you're not just staring at the wall. And plan and schedule to a degree that works for you. I can be ridiculously scheduled sometimes. That's just me. Do what works for you. And also, when you're thinking of activities to do, if you want to have a bit of a schedule, think of something that will make you feel like you accomplished something, like finishing a puzzle or trying a new recipe. Maybe set a little goal for yourself to go for a walk every day, and then you'll feel like you're accomplishing little things, instead of sitting around doing nothing. Well, my lovely notes here. Oh yes, move if you now. This is actually, I'm gonna back up a sentence. If you live in a small apartment, if you're in a city in a dense area, this is not such an option for you. I'm in a good sized house in the suburbs, and as you heard from my schedule earlier, I do move around the house. So if you have a living accommodation that allows this, move to different rooms. Do not spend your whole life in one room. Don't turn your bed into a workstation. Um, I do my reading usually. We have a formal living room. Our house was built in the 80s. So not really redecorated since then. So we have actually right above me, it's a formal living room. I call it the superfluous room. It has an old floral couch in there. It doesn't really serve a purpose, but it's very comfortable, the couch. So I'll sit in there for my reading. And then when I'm eating, I go into the kitchen. When I watch the evening news with my parents, I move into the TV room up there. And I usually come, and then, like I said, I come down here in the evening. So that breaks things up. Now, granted, I'm used to staying in the house, so for me, this may be easier for me than it is for others. It may not. I don't know how much it might help other people. But I hope some people, a small fraction of people maybe, will be helped by that advice of moving around the house. Um, well, moving in general, go for a walk, whatever your ability is. Like, I'm very limited in my exercise, but I still try to walk a little bit every day. Um, and I guess my last thing would be take advantage of technology. I I always used social media before I was on disability and at home, but now it's even more important. It's one of the main ways I can talk to people. If you dislike social media, dislike Facebook, I would say just be very careful and controlled about it. Don't go into comment sections on public pages. Just stick with the people you know. Maybe just stick with benign topics like pictures of cats. Stay away from things. Especially right now, like I'm avoiding news and media type things, so I'm very, very controlled in my social media use. But social media also allowed me to have a birthday party. It allowed me to have my video call birthday celebration. So take advantage of all the technology we have, and also using that technology, hobbies. Find new hobbies. You have time now. You're home from work. I've gotten into photography. Now I did take classes in person, but you can find all kinds of tutorials online. You can even order the camera online and never leave your house. And I also am interested. I haven't really started anything on this yet, but I'm sort of interested in expanding or improving my creative writing skills. So again, I nowadays you don't have to leave the house. You can find tutorials online. Um, so to my mind, with so much technology, there's no reason to be bored in the house. Although my personality, like I said 5 times here, it helps, and I can't help you if you're the type of person who always has to be on the go. It's going to be a huge adjustment. But those few tips, anyway, that's what I have. Those are how I stay sane. Not working. Although I've had a weird relationship with work and school. I never really minded missing them and being at home. So maybe I'm not the best person for these tips, but maybe I am. I don't know, because I am at home all day. Um, I think, yeah, okay, so that's everything for that. So I'm gonna wrap that up, and you're gonna see me in. I'm aiming for about 3 weeks with the video I had scheduled for April. Unless something weird happens, you should see me then. Okay, thank you.